What's up, guys? Welcome back to Naruto D&D. As always, I am your host, Connor Clark. I'm going to do a clap sync because I didn't do that either. And now with us, we have Nick as Kozukai,
Hello.
Erica as Lane,
You really had to be like that, Nick? Really?
Yeah, I had to do that. I gotta be the loudest one here.
and Travis as Silas. We're also going to have Mike coming in here later, ideally, unless he's taking a 3-hour shower. So yeah,
3-day shower.
pretty much everything like that happened. Hanbaru got taken down. Naruto and Sasuke left to follow him. Koyote said, "Hey, everyone, you did what you could. Good job, and goodbye." So the team went home, ready to wait from what happened and learn and self-medicate in some situations. But everyone had a knock on the door. It's really confused there, Kozuke.
What? Who's fucking popping herbs?
It's just a hypothesis. And so some people came to each one's door, at which point we had the cops come to Kozukai and Shiro, Sasuke come to Lane's, and the masked ninja come to Silas's. So that's where we're gonna lead straight into.
In reply to the previous comment, Nick, where do you think Hajime's been all this time?
That's why she's in jail because he popped too many Percocets and had caught with possession.
Yeah, if you're wondering where Hajime is at all, don't worry about that. I'm sure it'll be covered. It's definitely not something that I've not put any thought into yet because I'm just a little irritated by the whole process at all. Anyway, so I figure we'll start out with Lane's. Because if Shiro comes anytime soon, I'd like him to be here for Silas's more than anything else. Otherwise,
I'm offended.
well, Silas's is gonna be a little bit more.
Revealing.
Yeah.
And he already knows your secrets, so
Everybody already knows my secrets by this point.
Mm.
nope. I asked. I
Alright.
have no idea. I think
All
you
right.
have the renegade.
So Sasuke knocked on the door, and you opened it. Legs spread open. I'm joking.
Oh
No, yeah, totally.
At which
Actually, I
point-
don't.
Hey, how
Nah,
you doing?
never
Yeah.
mind. That's a little weird.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, how you doing?
At which point,
Steven.
Sasuke is looking at you with his Sharingan silently.
Would you like some tea?
I'd love some.
I
Alright.
go and make really shitty tea.
All
'Cause I
right.
don't know how to make tea.
All right. You can roll a profession check if you'd like.
I will make a tea making check.
All right. A tea making profession check. Yeah, it's kind of
That's
shitty
some
tea.
shitty tea.
Yeah.
Sad part is that I don't know how to make tea in real life.
It's not hard. You take the leaf juice and you dip it in water.
It's not as alright. Yeah, that's about
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's more to tea than that?
it. That's about it. Yeah.
You could always dip your ball sack in it.
Yeah. I
why
always
it's called
dip my.
teabagging.
Yeah.
Tea bagging, you know. What? Oh.
So Sasuke takes a sip of the tea, and he doesn't acknowledge any flavor or not. He just kind of ignores it. And he looks at you and he says, "So, you probably have some questions."
I take it you're here because Naruto sent you?
Well, Naruto informed me as to those eyes of yours.
Yeah. I see you have them as well.
Yes. As much as I thought, I was the last, one of the last 2 members, counting my daughter, to ever to have these eyes.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, I get that this is a Kekkei Genkai and it's a clan thing, but my mother never told me anything about our clan, so
Well, do you know if your mother possessed this ability as well before I get into the details of it? Because, okay, you can back the fuck off.
she did, but it was significantly weaker than mine, even while even when she was alive.
And you've lived in the Rain Village your entire life?
Yes.
Do you know if your mother was the same way?
She said she initially moved from the village hidden in the mist, but that's as far as she would go into about the background of where she came from in our clan as a whole.
I see. Well, what it is called the Sharingan. And it's something that is exclusive to my clan, the Uchiha clan. Are you singing, Silas?
He
I
really
just
likes,
looked down and I saw that.
he really likes that Moana song.
I can tell. So he kind of looks at you and he hesitates for a moment. He says, "Can I see them?"
I activate my Sharingan.
It looks at it. You currently only have like the one pupil, right?
I think according to the game rules, it's 2 right now.
Okay. So it says, "Well, you're learning well for your age. Even by my age, I didn't have the Sharingan usable."
My mother's never got farther than the first Tomoe.
So he just kind of pauses and takes another sip of the tea as he just kind of contemplates. He kind of stands up. He sets the tea down, stands up. He says, "Come with me. I'd like to show you something."
I follow him.
And on the map, he takes you to this point right here.
Gotta scroll out.
Yeah, you're gonna be at the very bottom.
Very bottom. Okay.
This area might seem a little familiar to some people, even though the blip is currently gone on the map. So you walk there, and you and Sasuke are both outside of a burnt down house.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
May I ask why we're here?
And he kind of just walks into the burnt house. He gets to a point where he starts pushing some of the rubble aside. And then he opens up a walkway, like an underground stepway.
How does he know about that? I never told anybody.
Sasuke's been there. You didn't know about this.
Well, I follow him down.
So that's how Ken kept getting in your house.
So he ends up telling you that this is the he says this is Naka Shrine. This is the secret meeting place that my clan had before we were wiped out. That pretty much held the secret to our Kekkei Genkai. And you see pretty much a very dimly lit room with a big stone tablet in the front of it. So Sasuke pretty much explains the details of the base Sharingan without going into any details about Amaterasu or the Mangekyo or anything like that. So the base Sharingan, he just explains it to you.
I don't even know what you just said.
It's either role playing or my voice cut out there. I just gotta make sure.
It's role playing.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I thought he was making fun of me.
No, I'm just playing it coy.
So he goes through those base details, and then he says, "Well, if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to find me."
Thank you.
And he begins to walk out and walk away.
Wait, you said our clan was wiped out. What happened to them?
So he kind of pauses, he turns around, and he says, "My brother killed every single one of us except for me."
I'm sorry.
He just kind of nods and says, "So am I. Believe it or not, he was the best man I've ever known." I'm trying to be as aloof and coy and untelling as Sasuke would actually be.
Tell him a story.
Flashback time.
All right, so I'll say he walks forward a little bit, and he says, "This whole area, this whole part of town, used to be part of the Uchiha. Used to be where my clan would live. Unfortunately, one night yeah, fuck it, he'll tell you a little bit. Says there was a plan that was led by my father to form a coup on the village to try and overthrow the Hokage. My
Sasuke lost
brother,
to the
who
distance.
was one of the strongest of the Uchiha to ever exist and by far the smartest, decided that for the sake of the clan, for the sake of the village, for the sake of me, he decided to stop the coup and take them out."
And then he grabs his forehead, gently rubs it, and puts his hand down.
Just like in memory of like the poking on the forehead kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Sure,
that was
why
like
not?
every flashback. Every flashback was that shit.
Rip Tachi. You will be missed,
Now
my
then.
son.
Any other questions?
Not right now. No.
All right. Goodbye.
Well, I'll be back.
All right, and he walks on off.
I'm going to just kind of sit in the shrine and think about things.
So Silas is Sasuke confirmed?
Yes.
What? Oh. I mean, you can think that all you want. He does no lines, Barrage.
I mean, you said he walks on off and then Silas left at the same time. Can't be a
I
coincidence.
mean, yeah, you can make that hypothesis all you want. You might be right. Silas's real secret talent.
Real
All right,
secret
so
talent.
that's it for Lane. Anything else you're doing right now?
No, not really.
All right.
Considering this is the only real confirmation I've ever gotten on what my ability even is. Just gonna kind of sit in the shrine and think about things.
Yeah, so he hasn't explained anything, Mangekyo, on which so any of its progression, just the base Sharingan and how it works.
Would I be able to read that on the tablet?
So that's the whole thing, is the tablet has multiple things that you can read on it based on what dojutsu you're using. So you can read the base information on it, which pretty much reveals the details about the Mangekyo Sharingan.
Okay. Well, I probably wouldn't think to actually look at the tablet with the Sharingan active, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, but that's the clever way that it's hidden in there. All right, so now we're gonna cut to Kozuka and Shiro. Officers in your house.
Why
What's
is
up?
this gonna take forever though? Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, might.
That's why you're the middle of the story. Fill it out.
So the cops, they're sitting down, looking at both of you on a couch. And they just kind of look back and forth. Say, all right. So, what happened?
What do you mean what happened?
There are two blown up shops in the Leaf Village. We have video and witness proof saying that both of you two, as well as a couple of others, were involved.
Oh, you mean that?
Yeah, we mean that.
Alright. Well, we were on a mission. Found some gold. Went into a gold trader to have him examine our gold. Come back to see if he found out if it's real gold or not. He's gone. Shop closed.
Roll a bluff check real quick.
I forgot to open my sheet, so this is gonna be a second.
How do you not have it memorized by now? You bluff every mission.
I have bluffed a lot in the past. Not for a while. Are you serious? I haven't leveled it up at all.
Granted, we
you
didn't
rookie.
level up last time, and it's been a while since. Well, I guess it hasn't been a while. like a couple of days ago.
Oh,
So he kind of looks at you, because most of what you said was the truth, but just a little bit that wasn't. You get a little bit of a bonus added onto that. So he kind of just looks at you, and he seems a little skeptical, but he doesn't question you. He goes, "So," and he looks at you. So the second cop looks at you. He goes, "So, Kozukai, that's your name, right?
yes.
We we don't think that that's the entire truth to the story. You
This
see, we
guy sounds really familiar.
maybe it might just be a similar accent that I'm not able to differentiate beyond that." So he kind of looks at you and goes, "So we had reports a while back that you burnt your house down. Now we get a report that 2 shops have been burnt down and you've been in the vicinity.
I did
How do
not
we
burn my
know?
house down.
How? Hey, shut up for a second, kid. How do we know that you're not some kind of arsonist?"
Well, you don't know because I. Ugh.
I'll chime in, officer, because we were together. Me, Kozukai, and our other teammate Silas. So for the record, we did not set those bombs. Those were already set prior to us arriving.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
All right, so the gold trader was obviously a con artist. We discovered this after meeting back up and comparing the amount of money that he actually gave us for the quote unquote fool's gold, which turned out to be real gold. We came back to the shop, like he said.
Whoa, let me cut you off right there, real quick. So you gave him the gold. He gave you the money. You left. Then you came back because you questioned it.
Right. Well, obviously.
Well,
he
here we've
gave
got
us
a little bit of
varying
a
amounts.
difference in the story between you two already. A Kozukai, he said he left the gold trader the gold so that way he could analyze it and then come back for the payment.
That's what I did.
Oh, is it now?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right.
All right. Well, continuing off, we all came back together, but he was gone and the store was closed. So naturally, we went inside to speak with him. Place was empty, except for one trap door, where he seemed to have escaped from, which was laced with paper bombs. Might I add?
So your first idea here. I'm gonna assume where you're going here. You went down the hole, of course. He triggered the paper bombs, right?
Right.
So let me ask you something then here. Why not call the police?
Because we're
That's a good
ninja.
question. That's right, we're ninjas.
Because you're ninja
But these are the ninja
who
police.
can't stop paper bombs.
No, not every ninja can stop paper.
Any good ninja can.
Not all of them, though. Rock Lee.
Well,
It's still
Rock Lee.
Rock Lee could have reacted quick enough to stop the explosion.
He wouldn't have stopped. Like there were more than 10 paper bombs. There's no way he could have stopped all at once. At least one of those.
He could have shut the trap door if nothing else.
That wouldn't have stopped those bombs.
Well, let me think here then. Yeah,
Take a look at
actually,
the whole
let you
story.
consider. Let's continue your story. Yeah.
All right. So after the bombs went off, we took over, of course, so we weren't too injured, and we continued down the trap hole, where it led to a path with another ladder, once again laced with paper bombs that we did not set, which were once again triggered. We didn't know where the store was. We didn't know where this path was going. We were just trying to follow the culprit. Bombs went off, and as the reports say, the 2 stores were obviously blown up from these paper bombs. Now we were going to report to it, but we had a mission that we had to go to. So as soon as we get back, that was the first thing I was going to do.
But you didn't.
Yeah, I was going to do it today if you guys showed up.
Uh-huh. Well, How convenient for you.
Yeah. Everything worked out.
Yeah, sure did. Especially for those two men that we can't seem to find. Everything must have worked out great for them. Or how about the ninja that need their tools but now don't have a shop to get them at? Everything's working out great for everybody, ain't it?
That's it. I don't know what happened to those guys, but obviously, if they weren't criminals, maybe they would have reported that, or even, been somewhere we could find them.
Mm-hmm. So the gentleman turns back to Kozukai. So we have heard some reports that you've actually dealt with some paper bomb explosions in the Ninja Tool store before today.
Yep.
So it's safe to say that you and the owner didn't see eye to eye.
He didn't like me. It's not that I didn't like him. I actually enjoyed him. He was a pretty funny guy.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So we've got someone here who might have a grudge with the owner. Someone who has a developing grudge with the gold trader. And both stores exploding. All within moments of each other. Someone who's got the history of being a potential arsonist. And someone who, as far as we can tell from all the ninja reports, is very unethical when it comes to his dealings. You see, you might be wondering something here. Let me say this real quick. You might be wondering that Rook's not here, giving you this question. That's because Rook has been taken off the case for anything involving you boys, as he's too close to you. You see, not everyone here in the village is a huge fan of the samurai team with the rambunctious midget ninja.
So your plan here is to put us in jail just because you don't like our team because he's a samurai and I'm just a little bit of a trouble causer. Are you serious? Are you being serious right now?
We've got more than enough proof to arrest you under suspicion of terrorism.
I'm fine with going to jail.
However, I'm going to give you this one benefit here. The gold trader, we have a record of him leaving the ninja barrier. We don't have anything on the ninja tool shop owner. So what do you think happened to him?
He's
Do you
still
think
got to be in
he's
town.
still here, maybe? Or maybe this was all a cover-up. He's looking at you, Kozukai, still. Maybe you did have an argument with the ninja tool owner, a disagreement. Maybe you two didn't like each other, and you wanted to take him out.
Why would I want to take out the guy who supplies me weapons?
From what I hear, you two had a number of fights. I gotta say, everything that we've been hearing up with the ninja tool guy and you and him being buddies, you liking his sense of humor, doesn't quite add up.
Fights? He's been trying to rip off my samurai buddy. And I'm just calling him a rip-off artist. That's it.
He's been
And
trying
then
to
he
rip
tried
off
to
your
blow-
samurai buddy.
Yeah. And then he threw paper bombs at me. That was it. I never tried to do anything to him. He's a nice guy.
So
But now-
he turns to you, Shiro. He kind of cuts you off, Kozukai. He says, "So you've been getting ripped off from this ninja tool guy?"
Well, I guess first I heard of. Maybe he has.
Tell me, what's the usual price that you buy your shuriken at, huh?
I don't really buy shuriken.
Kunai, how about that?
I don't buy kunai either.
Iron wire.
Iron wire, a couple of thousand Rio.
Couple of thousand Rhea. How much for a set of 20 feet? 200.
Feet,
200.
200 Rio. No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
You bought
I think the
100
first time
at
I bought,
1,000 Rio.
Yeah, I think I bought. Yeah, like it was like 40 feet for like somewhere like around like 1,000 Rio, maybe a bit more. After that, the price varied.
So, do you have a receipt for any of this?
Oh no, he never gave me a receipt.
Do you have any way that we can test as to whether or not you were being overpriced?
I don't. I don't know how it would.
Well, as far as we can tell, then, we don't know that you've been being overpriced. We don't know that this might be a race thing. All we know is that Kozukai here has a disagreement, and that disagreement's turned sour.
Well, I do have
Alright.
one friend who purchased ironware. We can compare the prices of mine to those of he's been purchasing it.
Oh, and
Would
who
that
was
be
that?
enough evidence? Oh, another teammate, Lane.
Yeah, kind of turns to his radio. He says something into it. And Lane, are you back at your house at this point?
No, I'm still sitting in the shrine.
All right. As well, we'll wait a few minutes while one of our officers goes and checks up on this Lane, and we'll compare it then.
Alright. Sure makes a pretty bomb ass tea. Want some?
Tea would be splendid.
I'll mix up.
All right, roll perform check.
That's the thing now. You're
That's
welcome.
the thing, yeah. GG. Performing tea making. It doesn't seem like I'm performing, but I'll roll it.
Have you ever seen the Japanese tea ceremony?
Oh, yeah, you get a point there. You get a point there.
Damn,
a
and
sip
you
of it.
boss at it.
Well,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is some good tea. It's a little callback on his radio. Well, unfortunately, it seems your Lane friend isn't quite there right now.
Should be there eventually.
Well, I should hope so. Well, is there anything that you can do to prove your innocence here, either of you two? Anything else that what you've already said?
Nope.
Well, maybe we'll just have to go and check with the Silas character, see if he can confirm your story.
And that'll clear our names.
Oh, we'll see. The two gentlemen
Might wanna-
stand up. They finish their tea. Then they stand up. What's up?
You might want to check the training ground first. That he might be there.
Well, thank you for the tips, sir. Beyond that, we'll check his house. We'll check there. We'll be back. Be sure not to skip town in the meantime.
Nope.
You may not
But
be
I'm
able
gonna go shopping. So if I'm not here, I'm in the middle of town on my way back.
Don't worry, kid. We'll find you.
All right.
Yelling.
Two things. First is a little meta. I don't know how much I was paying for Iron Wire either.
You want the meta game? You two are paying the same price.
GG. Yeah, the first time, I think afterwards, but the first time I definitely paid over 1,000 Rio for 40 feet.
You might have. But I can
No,
tell
you
you the most
definitely
recent time you've
did.
been purchasing items, it's been at the exact same pair.
Yep.
And the second thing is, did Sasuke close the entrance to the shrine on the way out?
Yes.
What?
So I have no way to tell what time it is by light.
Right.
Which means I'll probably be there until after dark.
You're just gonna sit there all day?
It's a lot. It's a lot for my character to ponder, considering she has had literally no idea who the Uchiha are, or even that she was a part of them.
Okay.
So
Don't worry, that'll be fun. I'm sure the cops will enjoy not being able to find that witness.
I just wanted to point that out that there was a punch head. If it was still open, I probably would have left by the time I noticed it was starting to get dark, or at least that it, like, depending on what time it would be right now, since it's morning, maybe right around noonish, like when the sun was the brightest into it, depending on how the end. Well, then I'd have to
I guess-
know when the entrance is for the sun. But basically, if it was open, I would probably leave around noonish. But because it's not open, I'm probably just going to end up sitting there until I finish pondering, which will probably take until dark, just because it's a lot to take in.
Okay.
I was rambling. I apologize.
It's all good. I'm trying to think of what I can do at this point now that Silas isn't actually here.
R.I.P. Silas.
But let's do
the
it what we gotta do.
Hajime's section.
Alright, Hajime, what are you doing?
He's just sitting, like he's been sitting in like a chair in his room for like 2 weeks straight.
Just been beating his meat the whole time.
Forgot he's a ninja. He's all sad about his old team.
No, he's using like a clone. He's using a shadow clone in a transformation and banging it.
GG. For 2 weeks straight.
Fucking shout out
Gives
to
the Lannisters a whole new meaning.
yeah.
And go fuck yourself, a whole new meaning.
Heyo. I know how to say that in Italian.
GG.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
say it in Italian?
Vaffanculo.
That's fucking awesome.
GG.
Now
I
we use-
I listened to too much rap.
All right, you know what? We're just gonna do this. All right, so some time passes, and the cops knock back at your door, Kanshiro.
What do we get to do? What we were gonna do? So I
Huh.
surely wasn't gonna like sit there all day. Or how long
What were
is-
you gonna do?
I was gonna go to the training ground.
No.
So like, are we saying like a short amount of time has passed? or
Well,
something?
I mean, the cops are here pretty much, pretty immediately after
all right.
the day. So I mean, like the cops are here immediately after the day of after your mission with Hanbaru. The reason I did 2 days is because that was going to take up part of this day and the next day, and I just wanted to give that for free.
Mhm.
So you've technically already done training for these 2 days.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll get to that then.
So I'm pretty much just giving those as freebies, so you don't have to worry about training or anything.
All right.
So you can go and shop or do other things. Otherwise, you can, chill around the house.
Yeah, I went to go buy groceries.
Do some
Okay.
circle jerking.
How long is it taking you to buy groceries?
About how long would it take me to walk there? About 15 minutes. Hour shopping. 15 minutes back. About hour and a half.
Okay. Shiro, are you doing anything that's longer than an hour and a half?
It's only an hour and a half. I think I'll just go with Kozuke.
Okay. So you come back with groceries, and then the police show up.
Well, come on in.
And they they lean over the counter as you're you've got your groceries and all that. They say, "So, Silas isn't at the training grounds. He's not in his house. Lane has yet to show up. All the people to confirm your story seem to be missing."
I'll show up.
Well, unfortunately, this isn't the kind of thing that we can exactly wait for.
All right, let's go into the interrogation room.
So, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to take you two under arrest.
I stick out my hands.
Bad
So-
boys, bad boys.
Like we don't have any motive here.
It sounds like your friend here has plenty of motive, and if you got ripped off for your gold, sounds like you've got just enough.
To blow up a whole store? That's gonna cost me more gold. I don't understand. We're 12-year-old kids. What possible motive will we have for destroying an entire store?
Chill,
You
chill,
12-year-old kids.
Chill. It's because we're black.
Is that why? Is that why you're here?
The officer looks at you, and he looks at Kozukai. No, that's not why we're here.
All right, fine.
It's the
We're gonna be
terrorism, not
Nah,
racism.
you won't believe us. You won't believe us because we're black.
I won't believe you because no one's around to confirm your stories.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a lot of baloney. I know Silas is either at the training ground or his house.
Man
Yeah, why
reaches
is
into your
Silas not
groceries and
this?
pulls out some bologna. He says, "Well, you know everything about bologna now, don't you?"
And hey, what about Silas? He was with us.
We
I'm
said we're
about to-
trying to find him. We don't know where he is.
But you're obviously not doing a good job. I know more thorough investigation needs to be done.
That's what we're here to do. That's why you're under arrest.
All right, let's go to the jailhouse.
All right,
And
yeah.
so they handcuff the both of you and escort you to the police station.
You samurais got a predisposition to violence.
We're being biased. I'm being profiled.
Exactly. Motherfucking
So-
police.
You two are now
D&D
inside your
now.
own separate cells in the police station. And some time's going by.
I started kicking on the wall, but not like super hard, just to pass the time. I'm bored. Just kick the wall.
Till eventually, you see a man walks in. This man has kind of like scruffy facial hair, short, neatly trimmed hair, and he pulls up a chair, and he is looking at you, Shiro. He goes, "Well, the samurai to be shinobi. How have you been enjoying the village?"
Great, great. Yeah, it's been pretty nice. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm. Would you mind if I did something to verify whether or not you are telling the truth about everything?
Shoot, if that'll clear my name.
Okay. Now then, would you mind holding out your hand?
I've had bad experience with holding out hands on more than one occasion. Is there any way else, other way you can do it?
No.
All right, hold up my hand.
You see, he makes a couple of hand signs and he points his fingers on your hands, like your hand's like open palm. He like just points two fingers on it, and you feel some kind of like foreign chakra entering you. And at that point, he kind of then releases and he keeps his hand on your wrist, and he says, "Now I'd like to ask you some questions."
You're right on the head.
All right, starts going through. Do you feel as though you were ripped off by the gold trader?
Well, I didn't before, but now that's been brought to my attention. Yeah.
So when you went back to him, it wasn't to find out whether or not you'd been ripped off?
Oh, the gold trader. Oh yeah,
Gold
no,
trader.
for sure.
Okay. And when you went to go through the trapdoor, did you feel as though that was the right action to take?
Of course.
Did you try to kill the gold trader or the ninja tool owner?
No.
Do you hate either of them?
I dislike the gold trader because he ripped us off. I don't hate him. And the shop owner, we're on good terms.
So he kind of looks at you. He kind of leans a little bit closer. He says, "Do you like shinobi?"
Well, considering that I am one, and that I'm around them all the time, yes, I like shinobi.
Do you think shinobi like you?
Some of them do. Some of them don't.
He kind of leans a little bit closer. Do you think your teacher liked you, Owari?
Or I love me.
So are you saying this, or are you being genuine about it?
Right. Genuine.
Being genuine about it? Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of just looks at you, and he releases his hand. And you feel the kind of foreign chakra that was there kind of disperses. And he goes, "Thank you for answering my questions." He stands up, moves his chair for like 5 feet to the left. Now he's sitting in front of you, Kozuke.
I assume you're gonna ask me everything you just asked him.
Yes, so first hold out your hand.
Yes, yes, no, yes, no.
He does the same thing, and he's grabbing you by the wrist. And he goes, "I lied to you. I'm not going to ask you the same questions.
Alright.
Were you aware that you and the ninja tool owner had a disagreement?
Was I aware? I was aware that he was angry with me, yeah?
Did you ever piss him off deliberately?"
No. I did not.
He kind of like goes, at this. He
No,
goes,
I'm being serious. I didn't.
"Fucking, you're lying because you've done multiple things to piss him off, including stealing from him and trying to fucking attack him.
Oh yeah.
I still-
remember that.
So even if you
Through it.
forgot about that, you're lying to him right now."
I still paper bombs you through it. That's it.
He goes, he kind of looks a little closer. "Why did you kill the ninja tool owner?"
I didn't kill the ninja tool owner.
Why did you want to kill him?
I did not want to kill the ninja tool owner.
Are you an arsonist?
No.
He releases your wrist too. He kind of leans back. He goes, "Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think you two are innocent.
Oh yeah.
I told everyone it's because we're black. It's because we're black.
He looks at you and he says, "It's not because you're black."
You should tell him that you need him to do that. Like, you need to do the palm thing to him.
I'm not gonna do that.
That way, you know that it isn't because you're black.
So the gentleman, he walks away, and at that point, you hear a little bit of a click, and your cell doors open.
Freedom. Let's get out of here, Kozuke.
I don't think they're gonna just let us go.
At which point, the man walks back up to you, and he says, "You two are good to go,"
Yeah, boy.
and he walks away.
Oh wait.
I need my stuff back.
I never took your stuff from you. You had it the whole time you were in the cell.
Is this also is this also clear Silas's name as well?
Not entirely.
You're gonna need to interrogate him as well.
Well, first we need to find him.
Okay. My other question is, if he left the village, are people already after him? The gold trader?
Unfortunately, without knowing exactly where he's going, we'd just be sending people in a blind fashion. As much as I hate to say it, he's very good at hiding his path. Our trackers haven't been able to find him. Or track any sense of him.
And the shop
I'm gonna
owner?
look over. I'm gonna look at Shiro.
And the shop owner, as far as we can tell, he's still in the village.
I think I know who can help us with this.
Who's that?
Right. Coyote.
We'll see if he even wants to bother with this.
Yep.
Alright, so he goes on his merry way.
As do we.
Alright. So, you going to Ambu then?
Not yet. Well, at least I'm not going yet. I'm gonna go to Silas's house to see if what's going on.
I have about as much time as I can doing that whole fucking interrogation thing.
All right.
Sure.
So we pause it here. Do league game.
I guess so. Silas, alright. So, you, woke up, heard a knock on your door. They opened the door, and you were sitting across from them, and you saw the masked, ninja that was there with the, death of Hageki.
So you found me. Come to
Silence.
finish the job.
Silence.
Well, I'm right here.
So you see she holds out her hand, and then she tosses something at you.
So in Spanish.
And you
What's
catch it.
this? Yes.
So you can recognize immediately it's a scroll.
Okay, I open it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So you open it, and it has a message on it. And the message reads as follows. Your teacher will need your help, otherwise it will be his last mission. Orochimaru is in the waterfall village. He makes his move in 2 weeks. Be there, or else your teacher won't come back.
I look up from the scroll. Is she still there?
Yeah. It's there looking at you.
Why
As
help
far as you
me?
can tell, it's it's a mask, so we can't tell much. You say, why help you?
Mhm.
She turns around, and you see all of a sudden she disappears. But where she was, there's a little piece of paper that flutters to the ground.
I get up and I go get the paper.
And you see it has 2 words written on it. I'm sorry.
I thought I was gonna say F you.
And then Travis's heart grew 3 sizes. Silas's heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Yeah, and then it burst, and then he died from a heart being too big.
Gigantism on the heart.
That wasn't his dick. Woo!
GG.
Bet you weren't expecting that to be what happened.
Now I was kind of expecting her to get pissed or that person to get pissed since I like broke her face with my hand.
I thought you might have to do that this time again.
That went really smooth.
Uh-huh. And so that's really it for you.
That's about it.
Yeah, it could have, depending on how you handled it, it could have gone much longer. That was the straightforward to the point version of it.
Okay. Well.
All right. So you pretty much go off and do your thing for the rest of the day. Same with everyone else. The
You
day
said
passes.
did you say that scroll said a week?
2 weeks.
Do I even know where Awari is right now? Oh, you said the waterfall village. Yeah. Did it say come alone? God, I didn't listen. I
No.
guess I like.
I'll
so
reread it to
surprised.
you one time here. Your
Okay.
teacher will need your help, otherwise it will be his last mission. Orochimaru is in the waterfall village. He makes his move in 2 weeks. Be there or else Owari won't come back.
I make my way to Lane's house.
Okay. You're muted right now, Lane.
I'm not muted, but I'm not
Okay.
there.
Yeah, so Lane isn't at her house. So you
I'm
go, you knock at the door.
Penny.
Yeah, there's just nothing. No response.
Then this is where the cops show up at Silas's house. And the
Yeah.
grounds. Then
Wouldn't
come
they be-
back.
The cops
Showing
went
up
to go
with-
talk to Lane and you as well, Silas, but since you were here, I just said you were gone and not at your house.
Okay, I just fine. Then I just sit. Are there steps, Lane?
Yes.
There are steps. I sit down on the steps with my back against the door.
Okay. So time passes until eventually it's nighttime. It's been a long time since you've been in that room, Lane.
Yeah, I'm heading back now.
All right, you get back to see Silas chilling at your doorway.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, hey. Dozing, I guess. Listen, I got this message today. It said Orochimaru's in the waterfall village.
Orochimaru?
I thought you should know.
Lane hasn't interacted with Orochimaru yet.
I mean, I would know the name, obviously, but
I thought just popped in my head is that you actually haven't interacted with Orochimaru at all.
well, we should bring this to the Hokage immediately.
Yeah. But the letter said that I need to go and save Awari, or it would be his last mission.
Just you?
It didn't say just me, but I don't know.
Well,
Maybe we should tell Naruto.
well, I'm sure if we tell him that doing words, Jesus, I'm sure that if we tell him that it specifically said that that you guys, I assume your squad, needed to be the ones to save Awari, he might be willing to send us out there since I'm now part of the squad as well.
I don't know. That's a bad guy.
Well, at the very least, we should bring it up with Kozakai and Shiro.
I'm about to head to their house.
I will come with you.
All right. You both
We
head to
at
their
our
house.
One more
Well,
time?
at this point, it's enough time has gone by that yeah, you're back. You're not
I
under
mean-
arrest right now.
I'm not back. I'm going to Silas's house.
Shiro, are you at your house?
Yeah.
All right, so you knock on the door, you two, on Shiro's door.
I guess.
So Shiro, they're knocking on your door.
Answering. Oh, hey, it's you guys.
Finally, the phone stopped ringing. Okay.
What are you guys doing here?
We have. I got a message today. It was
What
from.
kind of message?
It was from the masked ninja that assisted in killing Higeki.
You in any trouble?
No. It was actually nothing. It was actually
You trying to fight it? You trying to fight it?
she said she was sorry.
It's okay. Come inside. It's late.
Where's Kozuka?
He said something about going to your house. Actually, should probably radio
Every time.
him. So if the radio's even on. Kozuke? No?
Nope.
It's,
Saying no,
Alright,
his radio's not on.
I guess we just wait for him to come back then.
Nah, we can discuss it.
But I guess.
Awari's in trouble.
Yeah.
We're discussing on whether or not we need to go talk to the Hokage about this. The ninja was warning us, or the masked ninja was warning us that Awari was going to die if we did not go to assist him in the waterfall village in 2 weeks.
And I think to myself, I wonder if this has to do with the visions. Which it does. Probably. Actually, it has to have to. But yeah, I think we should talk to Naruto. Whether or not he lets us go, I think we'll still need to leave anyway. Suffer the consequences.
Wait, was that part supposed to be my vision?
Oh no.
I was gonna say because that did
I mean,
not
your
happen like.
vision might be there as well, but remember, you were older in that vision.
Oh, I am older.
Which is gonna really suck if you die in one of these next missions because it's gonna break my cannon so hard.
So,
Oh man, you can't let me die.
I'm gonna do my best not to, not until that happens.
When did we start having visions?
oh no, it was a while back.
It was a while
We're,
back.
we're counting
Silas
these
never
wins.
actually had a vision. It was all Shiro who had the visions, but one of them pertained to Silas.
Oh, metagaming then. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't know anything about it.
I was also metagaming because I don't know anything about it either, even though I've watched all of the content already.
What's meant?
Cough, cough. I know what happens in every episode until the end of the campaign. After the show off once.
Oh, we got future series.
Oh,
But yeah, I guess we'll wait for Kozuke. And heck, maybe we should check with Hajime. Hey, Hajime.
silence. Radio silence. Nothing.
Hajime.
Oh, look.
No, sorry. You hear this sound in the background.
I guess these are okay.
You hear this sound in the background. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That's my wife knows my name. No.
Take it, you little bitch. What the fuck?
Turning off counts for Hajime.
Oh, gosh.
Why don't
should
we-
give Hajime a spirit die?
I got a better idea, Shiro, and let's go. Since he's heading to my house, let's head back to my house.
All right, let me grab what I need here. We'll head over. And grab all my gear. All right, let's go.
We're just
Oh,
walking to the
shit, this
house.
I don't know why I
not
expected the
gonna
entirety
record,
of this
okay?
to take so not as long as it did. Why weren't you there, Kozukai? Why are you fucking away? Alright, so you go to Silas's house. Kozukai,
And
what have you been doing in the meantime?
Kozukai actually walked the long way back around to Shiro's house.
I was really thinking about it. Like I could have just like looped around just looking for you, but no. I'm at your house, but I broke in. And I'm sitting on that chair.
Oh, so you broke in my trap set?
Sure.
No,
I'm
I'm just
not gonna
kidding.
check.
There's
So how'd you
no
break
trap.
in?
Well, back window.
So you just broke your way in?
I broke my way and I just punched the
Okay.
window.
Okay. So Silas and the group, you all arrive back at Silas's house.
Something's not right. I sense something wrong with my house as I walk up to the house.
You open the front door and you go on in.
And wind blows in my face. Who broke my back window?
Feel a breeze.
I want to do a disguise check
Feel
real
a
quick.
draft.
Transform into the chair.
I was gonna transform into the Godfather actually.
Jeez.
Let's just move on.
Alright.
You're breaking so many walls here.
So, Kozukai is sitting in your chair.
Why break my window, man? The front door was unlocked.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't lock my door. I have nothing to fear.
Well, now I know next time.
Damn.
Oh,
Anyway, so I explain to Kozukai what I've said to Shiro and Lane.
Yep.
And at this point, I look at all three of them and I say, so the question is, do we go to the Hokage or do we just go on our own?
I mean, if we go to the Hokage and then we disappear because he won't let us go, he'll know we're not going rogue. But if we just disappear, we're rogue.
Is it nighttime, by the way?
Yeah, it's pretty late out.
First thing tomorrow, then.
Yep.
Actually, time is of the essence. I think we should go to his house.
Why is time of the essence? It said it
How
was going
long-
to happen in 2 weeks.
But how long does it take to travel there?
Waterfall? You know?
I don't know, Lane. How
Never
long
looked
does
at
it
a
take?
map.
Aren't you
If
from
you
there?
have an herb
No, I'm from the village hidden in the rain.
sciences-
Oh,
Anyone
are
here
you
have
really?
sciences?
Nope.
Are you really? Because then I feel like an asshole for coming to you first.
I was wondering why you wasn't late. I was really confused by that.
Yeah, I'm from the village hidden in the rain.
My bad.
Silas, you should know this about your teammates, dude.
Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
All I have is current events and tactics and knowledge.
Actually, yeah, Hajime is the only one with earth sciences.
Shout out to
You don't know
Hajime.
exactly. You don't know.
Hajime, can you assist us?
He's not there.
Does anybody own a map?
Of the
No.
world?
No, none of you do. None of you have one in your inventory.
Alright.
We will go first thing in the morning.
Sounds like a plan then. What if I sleep
Alright.
here?
Everybody get rested.
Can we sleep here?
Fine.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll be going home.
Aw.
Aw.
Or you
Way to
don't wanna
poop
do a
on the
sleepover,
party
Lane?
lane.
I'll let you have my giant couch.
Should I make some bomb ass tea?
Heck yeah.
Lane sure still doesn't.
You guys don't know that yet. I might think I'm amazing at team making.
So we all have a great time. I don't know if Lane stays, but
I
if,
stay, Lane?
if she does,
Okay.
if she does,
I give in to peer pressure easily.
Okay.
we'll have a great time. We have Shiro's fantastic tea, and we all fall asleep.
Is
Next
Kozukai the one
morning.
making tea?
Well, hopefully he doesn't play that guitar.
Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Perform check.
Alright, roll perform check.
Oh!
He
For the
plays
Best song of your life.
Eruption by Van Halen.
Shiro eats my heart. Literally.
GG.
And this is me while he was doing it.
Go, Johnny, go.
Jaws dropped. GG.
Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Michael J. Fox?
GG.
Marty?
So, y'all, you spend the night, and now it's first thing in the morning.
The ball that I have hanging above my ceiling when the light hits it falls and hits me in the face. Ugh.
GG.
I wake up to the noise. What the fuck?
Mm. Boy.
That's
Mm.
how you wake up in the morning?
Yes, it toughens your face.
The fuck?
That's why
Maybe
when
a spirit die, Silas.
thank you. That's why when Lane kicked me in the face in the tuning exam, I wasn't phased.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna just start doing that now.
Yeah, I'll help you.
Hey.
Oh,
So-
Here, let's give it a shot as I throw the ball at your face.
Roll a hit check.
Really?
I'm gonna
Okay.
take a -1 on this.
That's awesome.
You
Okay.
can choose to deny yourself. You can choose to just take it.
I'm gonna take it.
Okay, so you don't have to roll the hit. Roll, so for a ball, just roll. What's your strength mod?
Oh God.
It's 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
You take 6 points of damage, Kozuke.
Rip.
Oh, motherfuck! Oh,
Yeah, you feel that burn? That means it's working.
No, oh, my nose is broken. Ah!
To quote that dude on Holes, I can fix that.
Fix that.
I can fix that.
All right, time's
I'm
up.
gonna reach over and grab Kozuka's nose and just like
Roll a
squeeze
treat
it.
injury check.
Oh man. Yes.
Please get a 1.
Roll a 1.
Please get a 1.
I don't have
Kills.
anything in treat injury. Oh yeah.
All
I
right.
think
You can tell his nose isn't broken, and fix whatever damage he did.
all right, let's go.
I'm just gonna be
All
holding
right.
my nose with
So you
toilet
go.
paper.
So you go to the Hokage mansion, you go to the Hokage room, and Naruto's in there, and you get let in. You get let in.
Cool. I walk up to Naruto.
He looks at you as well. This isn't. I had a mission for you all, but I hadn't called anyone yet.
And I have this for you.
And you hand him the scroll.
Yes.
He reads it, and he goes, "Well, that's interesting. From all of our reports right now, we know that I was about to say Naruto. We know that Owari is safe. It's actually interesting. With the train system that we have that goes to the waterfall village, it takes about a day to get to the waterfall village. And in about 12 days from now, we were planning on sending you there for a little bit of a mission anyway.
A part of me thinks this is a trap.
Well, who gave you this to you?
I mean,
The
she's
mask-
with.
The masked ninja that assisted him in that one mission where Higeki died.
Well, definitely his reasonable assumption to be a trap.
But then again, there was this little note that was left after she disappeared.
Thanks to that, well, she could be trying to deceive you. Otherwise, she might actually be trying to help you. Regardless, I think we're still going to keep you going on that mission. I'll give you the quick heads up on it right now. Part of that mission was going to have a bit of an exchange between you and your teacher, Wari, where he was going to be giving a report, a full in-depth report to you. When that time comes, double check with him. Make sure everything's okay. If you need to, you can take your time when you're in the village to make sure that everything goes according to plan.
Sounds good.
But
So
until then,
when do we depart?
well, 13 days from now, or 12 days from now.
Okay, aye aye.
As for right now, it's not quite the formal setting that I was expecting, but I figure I'll give you your mission right now. Hope you're all ready for it.
As ready as we're gonna be.
As well, you remember that map that you found in Taisukimono? That,
Yeah.
What's his name? Gave
Zai?
us Zai. Thank you.
How did you forget
Wow.
his name?
Now I remember his name.
And he gave me so much. He gave me so much shit for never remembering it.
Sounds like someone just rolled a 1.
Yeah, just roll a 1 on memory. Memory and talent. Well, we want you to go and check out the Henso village. See if there's anything there that might give us a little bit more knowledge onto Cho'Etsu.
This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
Well, happy you feel like that because depending on how you feel about this guy, it might get better or worse. Regekko's gonna be going with you and escorting you.
feel a little bit better, but this is still a bad idea.
Is that the drunk?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Fun.
All right. Well, you have 1 hour to get ready. Then I'll tell Regekko to meet you at the south gate.
All right.
So, can I have a special permission to buy Regekko some liquor?
No. I promise you, if he needs liquor, he'll have it on him.
I head to the south gate.
Is there any place we could resupply our ninja tools since the shop got blown up?
Well, while we're taking care of that situation, we do have a few extra tools that we carry that we have stocked up. What's it that you need?
Primarily iron wire,
How much are you looking for?
80 feet.
Yeah, so he pretty much makes a quick call and someone comes rushing in with 80 feet of iron wire for you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone need anything else? Anyone else need anything?
You
Paper
have any paper?
bombs.
You have any paper
Please.
bombs?
Yeah, we've got some, and he gives 4 minor paper bombs to you, Kozakai.
Nice.
What about me?
And he gives 3 to you.
4 minors.
I will take it.
Yep, 4 minors and 3 minors.
Minors better than lesser, right?
No, that is the same one lesser. That's what I meant to say.
Okay. You guys do what you're gonna do on your way to the gate. I'm gonna head straight there. I'll be right back.
Aye.
Is there going to be time to train during this mission?
Maybe. Depends on what you find when you're there and how fast you want to get there. It's kind of going to be up to Regekko's discretion as he's going to be leading this mission.
Very well.
I've seen his combat, and he can teleport, so we can get there pretty fast.
Yeah, he can teleport. Doesn't mean he can teleport you.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right.
All right, anyone doing anything else, or all heading straight to the south gate?
I'm gonna run home and grab a couple of my remaining shuriken that aren't actually in any of my pouches, and then
Okay.
go.
Okay. Shiro?
Nope, that's right there. Get all I need.
Kosuke?
I'm buying a water bottle, a big ass water bottle.
What size?
I don't know, medium.
And where are you buying it from?
A shop.
I'll say there are other shops than the Ninja will sell water bottles, yeah. Let me pull up that one. So tiny for half a
12
pound,
pounds.
small for 1 pound, or regular for 10. You're muted.
10 pound. Wow. I'm gonna get the regular. Regular though.
The 10 pound?
Let's see.
All right. So that will be. Should really remember to fucking open this up one day before I start recording. 1,200 Rio.
Alright. I give it to the shopkeep.
All right, and they hand you the water bottle.
All right. Do you have a sink in this place?
Yeah, we do. Right over here.
All right. Thank you, sir. I go fill
Ah.
up the water bottle.
It's $5 an ounce.
I feel like we can also fill it up with grape juice. For 500 Rio an ounce.
No, thank you.
Do you got watermelon?
All right, so everyone goes to the south gate then. At which point you see Regekko's there, kind of swaying back and forth.
And I'm just leaning up against the pole because I'm already there.
Anyone gonna say anything, or
No.
all right? Regekko just kind of looks around and goes, "Well, we have a mission, everybody. I hope you're ready for it. Follow me." And he turns around and starts walking.
Right. Before we go here, Lane. Since I can't get any use out of this, and I realize it's in my inventory, and I hold in my hand the platinum kunai that I never use.
Well, thank you.
I'm never gonna get any use out of it, not a single bit.
Could always fight with it.
Yeah, but then I can always fight with my sword, my other
It
sword.
might have special properties to it that can be used in other situations, but that's fine. You can give it to Lane.
I guarantee, even if it's a special situation, I'm gonna forget about it.
Okay.
All
Other than
right.
platinum sword.
Yeah, no platinum swords there.
I mean, I have a platinum short sword sitting at home, but
All right. Off we go.
All right. So you follow Regekko for a while. Oh, I just realized I need to do something on this map. That would have been foolish. I would have revealed everything to you. Fog of War enabled. Just had dynamic line of sight. And so eventually, so pretty much the happens. You walk for about 3 days with nothing happening until you eventually arrive in a very shrouded forest. And pretty much you keep walking under Regekko's lead until you find a ruined and crumbled village. I need to give a token for Regekko, don't I?
Nah, you're fine.
Make it Jackie Chan from the fucking Monkey.
Am I under the
What was
wrong
that?
layer? Whoops.
What was that
Is he gonna
movie?
be Uncle or Jackie Chan?
No, it's gonna be Jackie Chan from like that. You know that?
I even know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a great movie where he's doing the drunken fist fighting shit. Yeah. What's that
I'll take
movie
your word for
called?
it, though.
Something like the Monkey King or something.
No, it's not the Monkey King.
Some kind of kingdom or something.
So, there's Regekko in front of you, and he eventually turns to everyone, and he pretty much just says, "Well, everybody, we're supposed to be." He's kind of sobered up in the trip at this point. We're here to find any information we can. What do you guys want to do? Split up or go as a group?
I say group.
Well, you're currently in command of this team, so I feel like it's your decision.
I figure it's good to consult with the team, but you make a good point.
Splitting up sounds good to me.
All right. Let's divide up into teams of 2, and I will go alone. Let's see here.
Please put me with Fubuki. Please put me with Fubuki. Please put me with Fubuki.
You know, Regekko takes Fubuki for him. No. Shiro and Fubuki. Well, how do you think that? How capable is that dog fight? Do you think that Fubuki would be good as a 2-man team? Fubuki and someone else? You
Let's
muted.
go for tracking.
Okay.
Combat, more of a distraction than anything. It's not
So, how do
great,
you feel? Do you want you and Fubuki to be in a team of 2?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
All right, Shiro and Fubuki. Then we'll do Silas and Lane. Kozuki, here, troublemaker. You'll go with me.
All right.
All right.
I knew it was coming.
I'll take the middle pathway. Lane and Sus, you can take the one there on the left. Fubuki and Shiro, you can take the one on the right.
Can we move or
You move up to the back line still, to where you need to be.
like over?
Yeah. All right. Remember to just yell if you need anything. All right. So first is Shiro.
It would have been a
What?
lot funnier if you named him Sean.
All right. So I'm just gonna make a move here.
All right. You see that there are two houses ahead of you, very narrow pathways in between them, and part of them are destroyed and missing.
All right. So I'm gonna get right here, another 15 feet, and do a sense tracker check.
Okay. So you do sense chakra, but not from either of the buildings that are next to you. You sense it upwards and to the left. Seems to be pretty much at the edge of your vision. Or not edge of your vision, at the edge of your sense.
All right. You hear anything, girl? Say it for Luki. She does a listen check. Yeah.
So Fubuki says that she does hear something, as far as she can tell you.
One day.
So I was just mouthing that. You're muted, by the way, if you aren't aware.
I am not muted.
Oh, okay, you're just talking about
I'm-
okay.
I am just Mike getting 20s all the time. What the fuck is going on?
Level 20.
Yeah, for fucking
That was for
realsies.
Luki.
So Fubuki indicates that she does hear something. To the best of what you can tell, she says it. She's making a motion like eating something to make it seem like someone's eating.
All right. You gonna allow me to get on the comms, or that it can be?
Yeah, you can.
Too bad Kozakaz isn't on.
I turned mine on for the mission. I don't need it in town.
GG. All right. I'm picking up some activity to the northwest of me. See on the open comms.
Does Rugeko have our comms?
No.
I hope so. All right.
Have you?
well,
I mean, have you seen anything?
Nothing yet. I'll get closer
Okay.
and see if I can tell you.
All right.
All right, so that's it for Shiro. Kozakai, you are now up.
Alright, I'm gonna tell Rugeko, Shiro, just hit over the comm that there's somebody directly ahead of us.
At which point Regeki goes, well, maybe this won't be a boring mission after all.
I like boring.
Alright, I'm just gonna go
There's
around
never a boring
Rugeko,
mission. There's never a boring mission lane.
and then I'm gonna end my turn.
Don't want to go ahead?
Nope.
You want to
Not
keep
in the
going?
slightest. Nope.
All right. Next up is Lane.
I'm gonna. Can I like open the door, like push it open?
Sure, I'll allow that.
I just realized you can't actually see me doing this motion. But
I saw the shoulder motion. I got what you were doing.
I'm gonna push it open and look inside.
All right. Do a spot check.
6 or 7.
Damn, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
So you see that there is absolutely nothing of much importance there. The floor, like the back kind of corner of that area of that building, has decayed and turned to rubble, and the moss has kind of creaked in to cover the ground. But there's nothing that seems very important there. It seems like a very basic home, not very high quality either. It seemed kind of like tribal level.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a step inside.
All right.
Again, just a quick look around.
Yeah,
Mostly-
same thing.
Mostly in the corner area where I couldn't actually see due to the.
Okay, yeah, it just continues the regular house. Nothing too fancy that stands out.
Okie dokie.
All right, Silas, you're up.
Too bad that spot check was on in a useless room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing. Oops.
So the next. Okay. Roll spot check. You said same thing, so I assumed. Yeah. It was
Yes.
a spot check.
Well, I mean, in the this room right here.
Yeah, yeah. The one that.
Which
yeah.
I rolled a 5. So.
So you creak it open, and you see nothing that really stands out other than you see that there's someone at the opposite side of the room. Outside of it, you can see it's Kozuke.
I don't say anything.
Can you two actually see each other?
Yes.
I can also
Okay.
see Blaze.
Okay.
Why is my vision so shitty then?
You should see mine.
Oh shit!
So I guess that was you moving.
I just pushed the button on my mouse and it clicked me out.
Rip.
Yes,
Your vision
that
is the
was
same
me.
as Kozuke, so I don't know.
15 feet.
So I'm
30.
going to assume that I can't actually see this person.
No, technically you can't see them from where you are.
Okay.
So next up is Regeko.
You're welcome.
Regeko's gonna take a few steps ahead, and he's gonna stop and wait with you, Kozuke. And now it's Shiro's turn again.
All right, gonna move silently.
Good lord, these awesome rolls.
All right.
I mean, I rolled a 5 a minute ago.
Technically, you rolled a 3. The 5 was with your bonus.
Yeah. They said treat injury check. I actually got a 16. It's like the first good roll I've had today.
Or laughed, got a 1 and broke his nose.
That would have been awesome.
All right.
All right, and I'll do a spot check because I don't really know like the layout of this building. Like
You
how
can't
it looks
open the
outside.
building from where you're currently at.
All right. I just want to see like what kind of material is this? Just,
Oh,
like,
it's made out of wood.
Wood building. Okay.
Kind of like wooden thatch, even.
All right, and is this a window or a door?
Door.
All right.
That means this
great.
village will burn nicely.
Right in front of the door. And as far as the like move silently, kind of like slightly like crack the door.
Yeah, just kind of known to do that.
And then he goes,
Now you push it open, and you see that there is someone directly ahead of you as you're looking through, who is currently sitting pretty much on like a little wooden platform between two houses that he seems to have made. He's sitting next to a campfire, and he seems to be eating some kind of soup or something liquidy out of a bowl.
Yeah,
he's come to get his sword back.
it's him.
So that's it for you?
Yep.
All right. Kozuke, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna do a spot check for any wooden panels that I can grab.
That you can grab?
No.
There's nothing that's like way out for you. Everything's either been covered in moss or is still attached to the house.
I
You
mean,
don't even have to do the spot check.
can I just grab the mossy thing and just pick it up?
You can try to do a strength check to try and rip it off from being attached.
I swear to God. Alright, do I do it?
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay.
roll the 1. Roll the 1.
Alright. It's big enough for me to use substitution, right?
Yeah.
Alright. And then I'm gonna move forward. Move silently, of course.
All right. Roll a move silently check.
Gotta make sure I know this.
That metagame.
I know there's somebody ahead of me, and I'm not metagaming that. Ooh.
All right.
I'm gonna move Alright, fucking here because I couldn't see it.
So the guy actually hears you.
Rip.
That was a good roll that you had, but his was better. And he kind of like looks up as he sees hears someone walking up on him, and you see the same thing that I explained to Shiro, man eating soup by a fire. And he just looks up at you, very blank eyes. One of them like blink. He like when he blinks, one of them blinks, and then the other. He goes, "So, what can I help you with?"
Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing your meal, but that smells pretty good. Can I get some?
He looks at you and he says, "No."
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna prep an action.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw this piece of wood at him if he tries to do anything towards me.
Oh, that's great. Go ahead and piss him off.
Okay, so that's your prepped action. Lane, you're up.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. You can kind of hear the exchange that happened, by the way, from Kozakai and the other guys, so you can tell that something's going on. You and Silas both can tell.
In that case, I'm going to grab a shuriken.
Okay.
I see a face.
No, you don't.
So,
You
the
see
guy
that?
sets his soup down, and he kind of stands up. Does that trigger your action?
No, I meant like any attack actions.
Okay. He kind of steps around the campfire, and he steps towards you a little bit, and he goes, "So, what are you doing here?"
Well, to be honest, I came here to investigate this area with my team, and you're here. I'm just not trying to cause no problems.
So he kind of just holds him pausing. He goes, "So how many of you are there?"
There's about 3 of us.
Roll a bluff check.
Shows the power of that bluff.
He's gonna roll a sense motive as well. He believes you.
Rip.
So he just kind of goes, "So, 3 of you here, huh? It's a little less than your average squad, don't you think?"
I mean, we're pretty strong.
"And what's it that you're looking to find here? You know, the last group that came my way wasn't exactly friendly."
I mean, we're just looking to find stuff on Cho'Etsu.
He kind of pauses at this. He goes, "Are you friends or enemies of that guy?"
Kind of frenemies.
I knew he was gonna say that.
GG.
So he pulls out a kunai. He says, "I'm gonna need a better answer than that."
Okay, we're enemies.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that takes up his action until we hit up another round. So, because you can kind of see this, Regekko goes invisible behind you by using a jutsu.
GG.
And he begins. Oh, wrong layer. He begins to navigate around a little bit. You can roll a listen check to see if you can track him.
Man, is this like that Genjutsu thing that makes you go invisible? Or you're not gonna tell me?
You can't be certain.
Can I make a? I'm gonna make a
You can
listen check.
speculate it's a ninjutsu.
Alright.
So you don't know where it is that he's moved to.
Alright.
All right. So, Shiro, you're up again.
Right. I'm gonna sense this guy's tracker again, so you get a, guess we gotta read on this level, this power level.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Regekko do one more check here real quick. Sorry. Okay. So with your sense chakra, you can tell he definitely seems to be above your guys' level. But he's like a punk ass bitch compared to Regekko.
All right, sweet. All right, so if I guess I can't really do much. There's a roof on this place, right?
No. The roof on this one has collapsed.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna ready an action. If he moves, I'm going to do nothing. But take it back.
Have
I'm just
you've
gonna sit
opened
here and wait.
you've opened the door, have you?
Like
Right.
I said, I'm like cracked.
Right, because you did your spot check earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
like, yeah. So it's like cracked right now.
Okay. So what's your ready action again? Sorry.
None.
None. Just
I
gonna
took it
sit and
back.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Goes okay. All right, Lane, you're up.
Shouldn't it be Silas?
Silas, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna not metagame here because I don't really know. So I guess I'm gonna do a listen check to see if I can tell where he is at in the room. Because I don't know where he's at in the room. I just hear someone in there, right?
Yeah. Okay, we'll listen check.
Not bad.
Too shabby.
Hey,
So you can tell he's coming from what seems to be roughly the center of the house, like center, not of the house right next to you, but like past the house in the center of you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can pretty much tell where he is.
and this house is made out of something
Wood.
that can be broken.
Yeah, wooden thatch.
Here.
So basically, with enough force, you can just push through it.
You know that Kozaka was able to manage his way through, so it can't be that strong.
Do I?
Well, actually, you don't know that, so that's metagaming.
GG.
I'm going
What do I
to
know?
chill out right here and just kind of peek around the corner.
Now can't observe.
Yeah.
All right, Lane. Now Lane, you're up.
I'm gonna move to right here and do a sleight of hand to creak the door open so I can see him.
Okay. You can roll a spot check as well if you'd like to see anything. Let's just roll a spot check so that we can see exactly everything. Okay, yeah, you see him.
Do I get a turn?
Men's is Lane done with hers.
And then I'm gonna pull out another shuriken, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Kozaka, you're up.
Alright, I'm just gonna ask this guy a question, and then I'm gonna be ready in that same action.
Wait.
So, like the action where I'm gonna throw the thing at him if he tries to
I
attack me?
fucked up the turn order so much on that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah,
was supposed to go
continue.
after you.
Yeah.
It's alright. As long as I get it go. Alright. Are you with Cho'Etsu? Or against Cho'Etsu?
Yeah, just looks at you and he says, "Well, I'm not a huge fan of his."
Alright. So you plan on killing me?
Well, that depends.
I mean,
What
we
you
can
got
use-
on you?
What I
He's
got
gonna
on
roll
me?
spot check.
I have all my paper bombs and my kunai inside my pouch.
Because he says he seemed to be reasonably wealthy from what I can ascertain.
I mean, I'm pretty goddamn poor. I was gonna be a little bit more wealthy, and some shit happened.
How about you, tell you what? I don't want to cause a fight here. You throw me all the money you got in your wallet. I'll let you search the rest of the area, and I'll just walk away.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. But if you could help us out, I'll throw you everything I got.
Help you out how?
Any information you got on Cho'Etsu?
You got yourself a deal, kid.
You know, and
What are you
dragon
shaking your head for?
and dragon lollies.
So,
Nobody knows what a dragon lily is, so I really didn't think he was gonna agree to that.
So he says, "All right, hand me the money. I'll tell you everything I know."
I tossed him my 12,500 real.
All right, so you can now reduce yours to 0.
Yeah, again.
He takes it and he throws it back in. He goes, "All right, well, I can tell you that this was his home village. I can also tell you he came by not too long ago to try and give us some trouble. Lucky for us, he got bored. But I managed to keep this place going, and now I'm here just relaxing and eating my food."
Alright.
Give me that money back. That was nothing.
Can I at least join you in eating some food?
Well, I figure you've paid for it at this point. I'll pour you a bowl.
Alright. I'm gonna semi-trust this guy.
So he takes a step back around the campfire to where he was sitting. He grabs another bowl and he pours it and he hands it to you.
Nice. And I'm gonna just eat that shit up.
As will he.
Man, this is some good soup.
Thank you. Caught the rabbit myself this morning.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
Lane barfs in her mouth.
So then he says, "So you had some teammates here as well. Don't suppose that they've got any money that they'd be willing to part with?"
Probably not. They're kind of greedy.
Well, I can't blame them.
Mind if I call them over here, or
Go ahead. Do what you need to do. So long as they don't
Guys.
give me any trouble, I won't give them any.
guys? Found a pretty chill guy. He's feeding me some food. Wanna come hang out?
I'm gonna stay in the shadows. Ask what he said, what he meant by us.
I'm gonna turn off comps.
Okay. They said they're gonna continue searching.
Roll bluff check. Roll a sense motive check to counter that. He believes you. All right. Well, I suppose so long as they don't try anything funny, we won't have an issue. So now we're going to enter the next round. Shiro, you're up again.
All right. I am. Feel like maybe he's in good hands, so I am gonna move.
Is this dude's name Allstate?
I don't get it.
Boston in command. You in good hands. Or that was something like that. I can't
It's
remember.
Allstate stand. Can you afford not
There
to
it
be in
is.
good hands?
All right, and I guess I'm gonna do spot check. See if there's anything around me.
So you see something seems not entirely right here.
Do
You
not
don't
see
know what it is.
things.
It seems like something just doesn't look like it should be.
Could you ping it again?
Yeah.
I do not see you ping, sir.
You're not seeing that?
No.
Oh, it's probably because I'm still in the GM layer.
Okay, I was like, all right, I get you.
Yeah.
All right. Sense chakra, right there.
You don't sense anything.
All right, that's into my turn then.
All right. Kozuki, you're up again. Since I skipped you this time, we're going to go through proper order this time.
I mean, just go ahead and
Last time,
skip
this
me.
time.
I'll go last. I want to go last this time. Everyone get their shit done. Because I'm going to continue talking to him.
Okay. Silas, then, you're up.
Lane doesn't go before me?
Uh, Well,
Lane rolled better than I
I
did.
kind of fucked up a series of things. All right, we'll do Lane this time, then Silas. Like I said, I fucked up a lot with my last turn round.
I'm gonna just ready in action to where if that guy does anything, I'm gonna attack him, like
Okay.
anything hostile,
Attack him how?
throwing both of my shuriken.
Okay. And Silas, now you're up.
All right. Oh, hey, Shiro.
Hi.
Well, seems we've reached the end.
Not quite. Something strange over here.
Where?
Over there. That point. Right.
Well, I have one more movement action. No, just I'm going to go over there.
So as soon as you kind of step in that area, you kind of like bump into something, and
Oh.
there's nothing in front of you, but you kind of bump into it.
So should I be like right here then?
Yeah.
So I reach out and
You reach out, and you feel an arm, and as soon as you go and kind of touch it, it kind of coils back out of your grip, and you see that someone reveals themselves.
It's Rikaku.
You see that this guy kind of pops up, and he kind of backs up a little bit. He goes, "Hey, back off, man."
what are you gonna do about it?
He's kind of like he's just backed up against the wall. He goes, "Come on, man, just back off.
What are you doing in here?
This is where I live. This is where my whole group lives."
You're not gonna cause any trouble?
I'm not gonna cause any trouble unless my leader tells me to, or you cause it first.
Okay. We'll see how this goes. That's all I can do, so.
All right, Kozuki, you're up.
I feel like Silas is taking on me, and I'm taking on Silas. Past couple missions.
GG.
So, what do you mean by us?
He goes, back when I was here originally, before Cho'Etsu encountered, I had a group with me. But after the Cho'Etsu thing, people got too freaked out. He'd come back and try and kill him, so they kind of took off. And I'm the only one here.
Is he bluffing?
Do a sense motive check.
Alright, sense motive. God damn it.
Sorry, 1 second here.
Alright.
You can. He seems to be telling the truth to you.
Alright.
As far as you can tell, he's not lying to you.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah, had a lot of good friends that yeah.
Yeah, I've been threatened by Cho'Etsu a couple times. Got
Huh?
away unscathed both times. I don't know why. I don't know how.
Well, you're luckier than some of my people. What's he after you for?
Well, I was briefly immortal.
He looks at you and goes, "Immortal, huh?"
Yep.
And it went away.
Well, you know that Joshin kind of that Joshin religion.
I've heard of him.
Well, apparently he's a real god, and he made me immortal for the time being.
Well, that must have been cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Got my head chopped off one time.
Ah, must have hurt like a bitch.
It did, but I'm gonna crack my neck. We're attached nicely.
Well, good for you, kid. I heard legends of one immortal guy in the past, but I always thought it was just a whole bunch of hoopla.
He's the guy who kind of took it away from you.
Ah, guess he didn't want more than one, huh?
Yep. I'm surprised he didn't kill me afterwards.
Ah, maybe he's got plans for you. Who knows? Some people are clever and tricky in how they work.
Boy, I hope not.
All right, that's gonna be the end of that round, yeah. So he's not gonna do anything. So at this point, Silas, you see that the guy in front of you passes out all of a sudden. So he just like falls to the ground, completely passed out.
Can I make a attempt to catch him before he hits the ground?
Sure.
What do I need to do?
Say you catch. I'm gonna say you just do it. Kind of just like starts falling forward, and then you catch him.
So I just kind of lay him down on the ground.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my turn, so I guess I can't really do
I
anything.
just realized that. So Shiro, you're up.
I guess if there's Wizcat, it's got to be more than that. How high? I guess I'll just spot check. How high is that wall? Rip.
Well, I mean, I could have said you could have done that without the spot check. The wall's about 6 feet high.
I'm just gonna jump over that wall. So that's 30 feet
Okay.
or 25 feet.
Okay. All right, you succeed on your jump.
All right, and I'm gonna do another spot check to see if I can identify something like before. Disturbance in force.
You don't sense anything out of the ordinary.
All right, end of turn then.
All right, Kozukai. Gonna wait again till the end.
I mean, all I'm gonna do right now is just radioing. You guys find anything interesting yet? As I continue eating this soup.
My comms are still off.
Can I talk even though it's not my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found more villagers.
Alright.
Shiro's. I think Shiro's currently looking for some more.
Alright.
And Lane, now you're up.
I'm going to spot check into that house.
All right, roll a spot check. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, then I resume. Or no, I'm going to tie 5 feet of iron wire in between the 2 shuriken and then get ready to throw them at the guy if he attacks.
Okay.
So that way it like wraps around him. and ties
Okay.
him up. Yep.
And Silas, you doing anything? Yeah, you still got your turn.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna check to see if this dude's okay.
Okay, we'll do a trade entry check.
Or do I have to do a tree injury check, or can I just like see, like, notice that his chest is moving up now, like he's breathing?
Okay, just on basic, not detailed. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you can see that he's still alive.
Oh, what the fuck? I'll do a treat injury check
Okay.
just because I wanna see if I can learn anything else from this. Nope.
Nope, nothing other than he's alive. That's all you can tell.
Okay.
You accidentally drop him and he breaks his neck on the ground.
I didn't take him.
Red.
Trying to check his pulse, you accidentally press too hard, breaks his neck.
I'm gonna move right here, and then I'm gonna, I guess, do a. Can I still do a spot check?
Yep.
I thought to.
Don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, so let's see. So Shiro, all of a sudden you see something. Rigeko pops up in front of you. You see him, she comes out of thin air. He kind of looks at you and he says, "So, how do you feel about the villagers that are here? Or villager?"
Well, there's at least two. Still a bit strange, but don't seem to be too much of a threat.
I'm getting the same vibe. Kozuki is currently having dinner and a chat with some guy. Seems to be going well as far as I can tell.
It
Anything you
seems like
found out?
Yeah, there are definitely other villagers here. They seem to have an ability to be able to, I guess, stealth or maybe turn invisible.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's the mythical invisibility ninjutsu.
And pretty similar to what you just did now.
Yeah, that's why I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing.
Yeah. I don't know if that conceals the chakra in some way. It's gonna be difficult to
That
track.
ability itself doesn't. I can tell you that much. If they have their own ability to suppress chakra, that might be. But if they are suppressing chakra, that seems a little curious to me.
Wonder what they're hiding here. Well, that's all I got to report. I'm gonna keep looking.
All right. He goes back invisible. That's it for him. All right, so let's go turn again, Shiro.
All right. Gonna try and jump that wall as well.
Okay. You succeed?
All right. And do a spot check as well here.
Don't see anything out of the ordinary.
All right. Fubuki. See if you can pick up a scent, girl.
Just do a track check or a survival check. So Fubuki does pick up scent. And she starts pointing towards the door. Like, not at it, like, not saying that there's someone at the door, but saying, like, through it, kind of a thing. Keep going that way.
No. Better not be to that food. Yeah, it's seen my turn.
All right. Kozuki.
How long has it been? About a minute?
Well, technically it's been like 30 seconds.
I'm still eating.
Okay. So this guy at this point, the guy kind of finishes his bowl and then he looks at you and he says, "So, Cho'Etsu Henso, hell of a guy, ain't he? Do you think he's a good guy or a bad guy in the grand scheme of things?"
I mean, it can't be that good if he wants to kill the gods. I mean, I can see.
Not like the
Josh-
gods have done anything for me.
True. I mean, Joshing made me immortal, but that's
Do you do
about
it for
it.
you or do it for him?
Probably for him.
Yeah. As much as the guy is an enemy of mine, I can't say I completely disagree with him. Fuck the gods.
I wouldn't be saying that too often, you know.
What'll they do? Smite me?
Yeah, kind of.
Lightning comes down.
Yeah. Tell you what, kid, lightning strikes me or something smites me, you can have everything I've got. But I'm
Alright.
guessing nothing's gonna happen.
Electrocute.
I really wish I had that level freaking 9 ability right now. Just lightning strike, zap, everything. Oh, I'm gonna shake his hand. Is that a deal?
Yeah, he reaches over and he shakes your hand. Deal.
All right, deal. I'm gonna
Shocks him.
continue reading.
All right, so Lane,
Same thing.
same thing. Silas.
I don't trust this guy.
I am going to walk with my hands out, like as far stretched out as I can. And I'm going to walk across here. I touch anything?
Nope.
And then I'm going to walk across here to this door. Did I touch anything?
So as you're like midway from there, so like you're right here, you do smack into something with your left arm. At which point, another guy is revealed, and he's kind of reacting the same way, just like, I don't want any trouble.
How many of you people are there?
Roll gather information check. He says there are 9 of us.
So I found 2 of you so far, and there's 1 in the center room. That's 3. What are y'all doing here?
We're just waiting. We're just waiting for him.
For who?
We're just waiting for him. Just waiting for him. He's just kind of echoing this. We're just waiting for him. We're just waiting for him.
Is he here?
He says nothing more. We're just waiting for him. We're just waiting for him.
Okay.
And so at this point, let's see. Is that the end of? Okay. So that guy who's been muttering that, all of a sudden he stops muttering that, and he, like the other guy, falls unconscious.
I have a bad feeling about this.
So now then, Kazukai, you see something.
What do I see?
You see a bright light kind of clears up above you and starts shining through the trees.
Lightning! Holy dragon.
I'm just gonna be looking up Sam.
And all of a sudden you see something kind of shoots out of it. And it slams the guy in front of you square in the chest, knocking him back 5 feet. And he is now kind of like in the curve between the houses on the ground.
I guess you get the money.
But then you see his body kind of like starts shaking a little bit, like kind of convulsing, like a seizure kind of a thing.
Can I identify if that was lightning or not?
Roll spot check.
Alright.
You can tell it wasn't lightning.
Oh.
Seemed to be, if anything, like a beam of light.
Shout out to Kami.
But then something else kind of happens to him. You see, all of a sudden, the moss that's surrounding him begins to cover his body.
Well, shit. I'm gonna react to that. I'll try to like grab the moss off his body. Can I do that?
Oh yeah, you can try to.
So I'm gonna go over here and just like start batting away and pulling off the moss.
So
his body.
as that happens, the moss is now trying to attach to you as well.
Okay, then I stop grabbing immediately.
So I just jump back immediately. It
Okay.
completely covers him in moss, so you can't get to anything at him.
Motherfucker. Man, I wish I could see into the distance. I'm gonna go over the radio and go, something really weird just happened now. The guy I was eating that food from kinda just got like fucking lightning beamed. And now he's covered in moss completely.
I'm sorry, my comms are still up.
I know.
You gonna say anything to that, Lane, or just keep waiting?
I saw it.
Is you just gonna not gonna say anything?
Yeah. I'm not
All
gonna
right.
say-
So this is where this difficult part of this comes into play. So is that the end of your turn, Kozukai?
I was gonna do a treat injury check
On yourself or on the moss-covered body?
on the moss covered body.
Okay. You go to try and detect what's happening, and the moss once again tries to grab you,
Fuck.
and you whip your hands back. Then.
Yep.
Okay. So now you end your turn.
Yep.
See, now this is the difficulty about the way I've been trying to do this. So Lane, you're seeing Kozukai pretty much kneeling down in front of the guy, standing above him, like freaking out, whipping his arms back, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But the guy's standing in front of him. And the guy pulls out a kunai. And he's holding it over Kozukai.
Well, then I'm doing my attack.
Alright, so make your attack, make your hits.
Wait, it would be.
You had 1 and 2. Yeah, didn't you have 2 shuriken?
Yeah, but I had them attached with an iron wire, so it's like I'm just throwing one thing.
Oh, okay.
Like essentially a bola, except instead of balls, it's shuriken.
Okay.
And
because
that
he's
should actually be a
unsuspecting-
plus.
Hmm?
That should actually be a +8.
Okay,
still
because
have it.
he's unsuspecting, I'm going to say that actually hits and kind of like wraps him up slightly.
Yeah.
The guy goes, what the? At which point, because you hear this. You hear a, what the? But it happens like right above you. And there's just no one there as far as you can tell. You're muted, by the way.
What the fuck?
Life.
So, is that your full turn, Lane?
Well, that was just a reaction to seeing
Okay.
that.
So,
That wasn't
okay, so
even,
now,
that-
now you
yeah,
get your
that-
full turn then.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out the blaze shuriken and charge him.
So, as soon as you get right here, all of a sudden, you are grabbed.
Oh shit.
That person grabs you and they're now holding you. So you can try to break free.
Yes.
Okay. So you can either try and do it through like strength or through an escape artist.
Strength.
Okay. So
No,
you're
I'm
gonna have to roll
saying
strength.
escape artist.
Okay, okay.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I was confused where I was saying that because I know what your strength modifier is. So let me have them roll a strength check.
well, that's not gonna work.
You actually break free.
This guy's pathetic.
However, that does end your movement, so you still get your attack though.
Then I am going to use Kagebuyo, Shadow Dance.
Okay. Bet you weren't expecting that, goes okay.
I
You never
I
told me I
failed
was
horribly.
Genjutsu.
Yeah, I know. That was the whole thing. Is certain genjutsu the way they work? I don't have to tell you about them. They're automatic, and you have to physically disbelieve it to try and do the will save.
Well, I failed horribly.
Yeah, he was able to quite easily evade your attack.
Yeah. I'm in a very bad position because that's the whole Rock Lee kicking Gara into the air attack.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well,
Great.
Silas, you're up. And you've kind of heard a little bit of you kind of heard a guy kind of go, what the? That's close enough to where you could hear it. I'm going to say just by earshot, and he kind of yelled it out.
Plus, I told him what happened over the radio.
Oh, did he? I wasn't here, so I didn't hear it. What happened over the radio?
Well, kind of. So he said that something weird's going on.
Well, a very lightning attacked this guy, and now he's covered in moss.
Yeah,
That's what I
he said
said.
that.
Did you say this guy fainted?
Yeah.
What is with these guys? And I heard what the coming from which direction?
coming from this direction. So do.
Guess I should probably go check that out. I look down.
So you see that there's a guy who is currently tied up a little bit with a couple of shuriken and wire. And he is standing above Kozakai. And you see he's got a kunai in his hand as well.
But it's tied up.
Yeah. Tied up like arms at his sides kind of a thing.
Kozuka, you okay?
I mean, I'm okay. This guy, he's just covered in moss, dude. And he said he'd give me all the possessions. On him if he got struck by that. The
You also have
gods.
no idea what he's talking about by the moss, by the way. You don't see that.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it looks like you were in danger. Are you in danger?
I mean, I don't look like him. Nobody's around except for Lane and that guy. I'm fine.
There's a
If
guy
you
that's
can-
tied up.
If you can see me, you can see I just tried to attack someone. And you could probably see that guy there now, too.
There's a guy standing in front of you tied up with a shuriken in his hand.
He doesn't see that yet.
So,
But yeah.
do I get the disbelief yet and try to do a will save?
This sounds like you've probably at that point.
Alright.
So roll a will save.
Plus 5.
You just fucking narrowly pass. So all of a sudden, the moss that's in front of you disappears, and you see that that guy is standing there, a little tied up with iron wire.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, looks at you, goes, well, what can I say? I wasn't exactly, I didn't entirely trust that you gave me all your money.
Give you everything I have. One thing I didn't give you is my equipment.
Can I hear all
Well,
this?
Looks like that's what I'm going for next.
Less
Yeah, you
talking,
can
more
kinda hear that.
fighting.
Okay. Going to throw a I'm gonna throw a kunai at this dude, the one that's about to hurt Kozukai.
Okay.
So 1d20 plus 6.
You seem annoyed, Kozakai. That's a hit.
Look at him smiling now.
So
You look kind of like that one guy who voices Sora on Kingdom Hearts. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
I know what you're talking about.
He was the
though.
little kid in AI, in artificial intelligence. So you'll roll a 1d4 plus your dex mod for damage, Silas.
Thank you. Ooh.
I literally heard his name yesterday. I fucking already forgot what the kid's name was. All right, so he takes 7 points of damage, and he kind of reacts to that, and he turns around and he goes, so there. 3 teammates. You, the big guy, and a little girl.
Yes, I am a big guy. I'm about to kick your ass.
God damn it, show. Turn on your radio.
Don't worry,
So at
I was
this
planning
point,
on
he
doing
just
it
kind of
this
lets out a yell, all right, boys, we're all ready. And Silas, you see something else here. You see all of a sudden this guy appears.
He'll probably faint. Little bitch.
year.
And Kozakai, you also see that this guy appears.
Alright.
Half
And
your
I was-
boys have already fainted.
The guy just kind of looks at you and is like, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, somebody's been fainting them, right?
I mean, I've already found at least two of your people, and they passed out of exhaustion.
Theoretically, Kozakai, that might be. Might not be.
No,
Dude,
it's
Silas is
no way. We all know who's doing it.
saying. Maybe.
I'm just gonna smile still.
All right, so that was the end of Silas's turn. So now this guy runs up and he cuts his buddy loose.
Nice.
This guy's gonna make an attack at you, Lane.
Ooh.
But he, like you, gets a hard miss.
Wow.
The fight of incompetence.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
it's
I'm gonna
just
say
most
that this
epic
is like
fight.
what happens. Like you two are both getting ready to swing up at each other, and you just like whacked faces into each other.
GG.
He must be pretty
Boing.
fucking short.
But you also see that this other guy runs up and kind of turns into the doorway, and he kind of like is shocked because he didn't realize you were there, so he doesn't make an attack.
Yay.
This guy's gonna run up and make an attack at you, Silas. But he misses. You
Mhm.
deflect it.
His hand
but then
bounce,
you
his
also
hand hits
see-
my shield on my back.
Yeah. You see two other guys also kind of run in. But you see, as they're kind of running in your direction, someone else appears. You see a Regekko reappears, puts his hand on both of their shoulders, and they both collapse to the ground.
Good to see you.
He goes, yeah, sorry that I had to play in the shadows this whole time. I had to make sure what was going on.
I was doing the same thing.
And so now the big guy, he's gonna make another attack at Yukozuke.
All right, I'm gonna use substitution before he even does it.
All
On
right,
the log that I was sitting on.
all right. So you
Aw.
substitute with that, and he takes his kunai and he slashes right through the wood.
What up, bruh?
He kind of just looks at you, kind of irritated. He goes, "Well, looks like the punk does have more tricks than I thought." And that's the end of his turn. So Shiro, you're up.
Hearing that
Sure.
yelling,
Ooh.
I cut on my comms. Still gonna move silently. Jump onto this wall.
Is Shira pulling a Hajime
No.
or
Yes.
a Kano?
Kono.
So that's
Okay.
your move silent checks.
Move silent first one and jump is the second one.
Okay.
And I'm like on the wall. I can't like signify that because it's in the middle. But you get it.
Okay.
And sure went out of balance just be a swag lord. Pretty sure you can axe.
Mm-hmm.
Little one.
All right, you're fun.
Alright, and
So you see the commotion that's happening now in the center. You see Kozukai just substituted with a piece of wood.
give myself finally some action. And since it's a move turn, I'm gonna wait and attack my next turn.
Okay. Kozukai, you're now up.
All right. I'm gonna reach in my back, grab a kunai and a paper bomb at the same time. Wrap the paper bomb around the kunai. Charge the paper bomb 4 times. That's max, right?
Yeah.
All right. And now I'm gonna throw it at this guy, and it towards his feet.
Okay.
I know I'm not gonna be able to hit him. Now blow up the paper bomb.
All right. So take away 4 chakra or 5 chakra,
Okay.
6 chakra. 4
Six?
charges. Base of 1, 5 chakra. 5 chakra. That was right.
That's what I thought. Have it. 1d what? 1d6 plus 4.
I don't know why I did that roll twice. I need to do that one for the other one. Okay, so it's 66 at that point.
66.
Mhm.
6 plus what? Or just not
Nothing.
plus anything.
Plus nothing.
Okay.
All right. So the main guy takes the full brunt of the explosion. However, the guy on the side is able to react and only takes half damage.
Nice.
Obviously, that kind of fucked both of them up a little bit. They're kind of like, "God damn you, punk!"
Shouldn't have lied to you.
And now Lane, you're up.
Okay. I am going. To activate the seal on the flameburst shuriken and like put my hands like inside the wheel and spin it like that around me.
Okay.
So that way I can hit both of them.
Okay, I'm fine with that. So roll a hit, just one hit. I mean, you swing your sword like at two people.
I'm playing.
That's a hit on both.
Cool.
No, nice.
So now you can roll for damage and add the fire damage.
Yeah, I did double check how much damage that actually is.
Aye, aye. Alright, so they both take 11 points of damage.
Does that set this thatch place on fire?
I'm gonna say, yeah, you had to kind of cut through the thatch to get to the guy who was in the doorway. So, yeah, I'm gonna say that begins to light it on fire.
Good, that was my plan.
Okay.
You,
Alright.
the arsonist.
So that's it for your turn.
You
Silas,
may have caught me.
you are up.
I'm going to tie a paper bomb to a kunai,
Alright.
and I'm going to charge it to its full amount,
Alright.
and I'm going to throw it at that dude.
Alright.
I'm gonna laugh when you roll a 1 and it hits Kozukai.
I won't see it coming either, so I can't substitute.
Alright, that's a hit.
Dang.
And then I'm going to detonate it.
Alright. How many charges was it?
It was full amount.
Okay. So take away 5 chakra and roll 66.
You said it hit too, right?
Yeah.
So
then,
I,
yeah, you can also do the damage for the kunai, 1d4 plus your ranged, or dexed. So it does 27 to the main guy. To the other guy, he only takes the explosion damage, which is 10, 12, 14, 19, 22.
and he doesn't.
But they both get a reflex save as well.
But they're not facing me.
So?
All right.
Yeah, it's this. You guys would get this reflex save as well.
Okay. That's cool.
They both pass on that, so that's... So they're both kind of panting pretty heavily after that one.
And then I'm going to pull my shield out and prepare for an attack.
All right, facing them.
I'm going to face this dude behind me.
Okay. And so now
By
it's their
the way, just a little heads up, I do have to go pretty quick.
turn. Aye, aye.
Yeah.
So this guy's going to make an attack against you. So that's a hit, but let's... So that's a successful hit.
On me?
Yeah.
Oh, and
But-
I didn't put it in the ground, so it didn't.
Yeah, it's just the 1d2. Or it's the 1d5, not the 1d2. I haven't fucked that up. But yeah, it still succeeds despite that. But you only take 4 points of damage.
Cool.
Now, these two are both going to attack you, Lane. Two for the guy above you, or 6 for the guy above you, 9 for the other guy, so they both miss pretty hard. This guy, he kind of turns to his buddy. He says, "All right, now we're gonna go with double monkey formation." And the guy kind of goes, "Yeah." He starts running at you, Kozakai, and he goes to make a big old swing.
All right, I'm gonna let it happen.
All right.
Misses.
But he misses the swing. But you see, he was actually faking out as he preps his hands behind him to try and, like, in elite formation, like, lift someone up. But you see his buddy booked it.
What a coward.
What the fuck?
And the other guy who is now there right next to you, goes back. He goes, "Wait, what? What? Oh, god damn it!" That's it for that.
Well,
What about that
Fuck.
attack of opportunity because he was bent down with his hands behind him?
Yeah, I'll say you can get an attack of opportunity if you want for that.
all right, I'm gonna use my genjutsu.
Can only use whatever your current drawn weapon is. Can't use any techniques.
Fuck. All right.
So
You don't have a drawn weapon, so you punch him.
Blah!
All right, do a hit check.
See if we can
That's
Probably
a
knock
hit.
him-
Roll for damage.
Probably knock him
1d4.
out.
Please don't. knock
So
him
he
out.
takes 3 points of damage, and he is not knocked out. He just kind of goes,
Congrats.
dick.
Ah, dick.
Gecko is going to start running down here, at which point he's going to grab this guy's shoulder. Let's just do this for the fun of it. And he passes out.
Did you just fucking nerve pinch him?
That's pretty much what he's doing.
See, I
All right,
knew it.
so that's it for
I knew
Gecko.
was doing that.
And Shiro, now you're up again.
Alright. I'm pretty much just gonna use a 4-round action to jump and make an attack against this guy. Hopefully
Okay.
he gets flat-footed unless he is aware of my presence.
Nope, he's not.
Alright.
I mean, you can make it cool kind of a thing, like where you're gonna like fucking jump into the air, put your feet at your sword at your feet, and like fucking kick off onto him, like pierce him and be standing on top of the sword. That's what I'm imagining with this attack.
You can imagine whatever you want. Do a cinematic for that.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
So you're gonna have to roll for that hit.
Alright.
Can't wait for you to get a 1 for you to trip off your sword.
Please get a 1, because I want to just murder this guy.
That's a hit. That's a hard hit. So roll for damage. You pretty much stab through him with your attack, and he falls to the ground.
Rip. Bleeding and unconscious, or
Yep, bleeding and unconscious.
Leave it to Mike to kill somebody.
Hey, I was gonna try to save him if that means anything. But Boogie's
I
gonna
was-
try and lick
I was
his
gonna try to save him while I stab through him.
You roll a treat injury.
wounds.
That'd be cool if that worked.
It's funny because she has a higher modifier than me.
Still doesn't matter. She doesn't succeed at stopping the wound.
And she craves the taste of blood now.
Instead of trying to treat the wound, she bites him.
She actually has dog. She actually has doggy AIDS now because she was licking blood.
There's dog eats. Rip. That hasn't been mentioned.
All right.
Kozuke.
So, Kozuke.
Is this door open?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna dash to this door.
All right.
Alright, and then I'm gonna. Fuck. I'm gonna dash. Can I dash like right here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna dash a little farther than that. Let's go right
Okay.
here.
So you see the guy who ran away is right there, but you also see something's a little bit awkward about it. You see there's now pretty much a tree-looking thing of moss, and he is upside down in it, unconscious.
Like he's hanging from his feet.
No, like it is pretty much like literally gone up and just formed like a fucking like spire kind of a shape. And he is literally just in the center of it, upside down.
I mean, I've already seen this before, right? Can I try
I mean, you could try to do a will disbelieve.
Motherfucker, I better get this good. Better get this good, please, Lord.
7.
As far as you can tell, it's real.
Can I try again on my next turn?
Sure.
That's the end of my turn.
Rip.
All right, Lane.
And Lane, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my other Flame Shuriken, and
All right.
the first roll is the Flame Burst.
Okay. Roll to confirm critical on the second. All right, so you don't confirm the critical. The first one also does miss, but the second one hits.
Ooh.
All right, so he takes 5 points of damage, and he's still up. And Silas, you're up.
When the dude hit me a minute ago, what did he hit me with?
Just a kunai.
Ow! You scratched me. You're marked.
Oh,
Jeez.
God. Okay, so you've marked him. So take the chakra away from it.
How much was it again?
Do you not have it written down? Let me find what I named this motherfucker.
It doesn't say. I just see murdering seal, and attack a bonus 2d8. Weight.
It costs
6 chakra.
Whatever it
Yeah,
costs, it
6
doesn't matter to me. I have 34 chakra left.
Yeah, it's 6 chakra.
Great.
GG.
And you said I cannot use it on the same turn, even though I haven't moved or anything.
Right.
So what can I do this turn?
I'll let you do it this turn, just for the sake of time.
Cool.
So roll your hit.
Damn.
Unfortunately, you swipe at him, but he narrowly dodges.
And then I put my shield up.
And at that point, it's the end of your turn. And the guy, realizing just how much you were trying to kill him, he falls to his knees and he puts his hands up. He goes, I surrender. And the same thing happens with this guy in front of you, Lane, as he sees that his quote-unquote leader has run away. He's just, I'm signed up for this. I give up.
I don't care if you surrender. You attacked me.
God damn it,
No.
Silas.
I'm just keeping his hands up, so I'll do that to try and simplify it.
Bum bum.
All right, so that's their turn. Regekko's just kind of gonna walk past and leave that to you, Lane. He's gonna walk right here and kind of watch Kozuke. And Shiro, you're up again.
Try to save this guy.
Trade injury. Oh, I guess he'll actually have to roll a fortitude save.
Alright, I'll wait for the save.
He fails. You fail to save him. Plus swag, huh?
Well, unfortunately, swag is not very helpful.
Yeah.
What the?
You didn't
I
even
didn't
get the
have-
plus 1.
It didn't even matter. It was 13. It was-
I don't know. That swag seems to counter it pretty hard. All right, so
Yeah.
Kozuke, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna try the will disbelief again.
All right, try the will disbelief.
How did the swag
As far as you can
stop
tell, it's real.
God damn it. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna reach for my choke toe. I'm gonna cut the moss as I jump up because I'm too goddamn short.
Well, it's like I said, it's held up in a spire, so you'd cut it at the ground to try and cut it.
Then I cut it at the ground.
And it falls over and body's still covered in the moss, with just like the face sticking out.
Well, I'm gonna put my Chocoto to him, see if like the moss reacts to it at all.
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna reach over and try to do a treat injury.
All right.
What's the treat injury again?
Pale. Extreme pale.
So you're no medical expert, but he did.
God damn it! I didn't kill anybody. Oh,
It's a good thing
I'm just gonna
since you
mutter
didn't pray
that.
for a good kill.
Yeah, I was gonna kill that guy Mike jumped on. If he didn't, like, I was hoping Mike would chase the motherfucker out. I was like, Joshine, pray for a good kill. And look at this guy and just use my fucking eye jutsu and just zap.
GG.
Well then.
Man, fuck.
So there's that. Lane, you're up.
I'm going to tell him to turn around and put his hands behind his back.
And he does so.
I bind his wrists with some iron wire,
All right.
and I walk over here.
All righty. Silas.
I look into his eyes. Joshine, I pray for a good kill. No, I don't.
No, you gotta do it now.
No,
You've gotta do it now.
no. Instead, I just grab him by his foot and I start dragging him across the room
Okay.
into this way.
Okay, I'll just move him at the very end when you get there.
And then I hold him up by his ankle.
It's about
I
your
got
size,
one.
so he's pretty much like head on the ground.
I got one.
He just
I
kind of
didn't
waves to
realize
everybody.
we were
Then I just
Wabbits.
kind of like toss him on the ground.
All right. Alrighty, so that's it for you then.
Mhm.
So Regeko kind of walks up to you, goes again, he looks at the guy, and he takes out his kunai and he starts cutting off all the moss. But you begin to quickly see that he is completely naked under the moss now. Has nothing on him.
What the fuck? Seems like somebody doesn't want me to get my shit back. God damn it.
Regeko kind of looks at this and he kind of goes, you know, I've never seen someone be able to react with moss this way. Seems almost... He turns around and he says, well, we should meet up with the rest of the team.
Probably a good idea.
So at this point, you guys are pretty much out of combat.
Oh yeah. I'm just
Should
gonna
I
go over to
take
this
20?
guy.
That guy's still on the ground unconscious.
Well,
I'm just gonna loot him.
Loot him. He's
Yep.
got one kunai on him.
Alright. And then I tie
He's
his
also
hands
got
up
some
with,
basic clothing, but
I'm gonna tie his hands up with the remaining iron wire I have.
all right.
Alright, can I take 20? Like
Four?
300 check?
Oh yeah, yeah, you can keep him alive.
That's sweet.
I'm gonna pick up my two shuriken that were wrapped around the guy from when I tried to tie that guy up,
Okay.
and then use the remaining length of iron wire to tie this guy's cuffs.
Okay. So that happens. Anyone else doing anything? Or are you gonna wait for Regeko to say something?
So are we
Right.
done here? Are we done here, Regeko?
I'm dragging this guy up though. It's back in the middle.
Regeko kind of turns to you and he goes, yeah, I'm not sure if we should even take any of these people back with us. Yeah, they're bandits, but they're really not worth our time. It's clear that they don't know anything about Cho'Etsu.
What
So
do we
just
do with them?
We find
Awful.
nothing out.
I say we leave them here or we kill them. I'll leave that choice up to what you all want.
Well, this guy did scratch me. I kind
Yeah.
of stare daggers into his eyes.
and while he's staring daggers, I'm gonna use my technique of life disruption. And use it on him.
Okay.
On who?
On the guy you're looking at. It doesn't say. It's just a
He
Genjutsu.
passes his will save.
Well, I mean, I can't do anything about it. Man, every time I use a Genjutsu.
They always roll high. They always do.
So I grab my blade like this, looking at him. What does he
he
do?
just kind of goes, I'm sorry, please don't.
And I take the
Sorry.
blade out, and then I cut his rope.
He goes, thank you so much. I'm sorry that we went through this whole thing for you. I promise you won't have any more trouble from us.
We
Give us all
better
your money.
not. They don't have anything.
He looks at Silas and he kind of nods, and then he turns back to you. He's kind of right. We're here because we're poor and don't have anything else.
Look at the houses they live in.
I mean,
No offense.
so the bandits without money? Man, you guys
We
They're
wouldn't
not.
exactly be bandits if we had the money now, would we?
go get a job, you bum.
Obviously, there's nothing here. Let's go home.
Oh, we're not going home yet. We're still on a mission.
Mission's
Gecko
over.
says, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with what he's saying. I think we're good to go.
Alright, let's go home then.
No, rip.
Yeah, that's what Regeko said. There's clearly nothing here involving Cho'Etsu that we can find out, so.
All right, then.
I mean, I found out that he came back here. But that's about it.
That's all the
about it.
information you know. And now Kozukai's broke his dicks.
Yeah.
I wonder who took all his money. That's the real question here.
I'm just gonna like look at him and go, can you tell me?
Nothing. And so you all return back to the village.
go
Did
to
a
the
2-day
mansion.
trip. So about 5 days have passed. Go to the mansion. Turn in your mission. Ryeko gives the report. Y'all get paid. You get paid 15,000 Rhea.
Hey.
Look, you're not broke anymore, Kosuke.
Rip.
Just shaking his head.
That's funny
The
because I,
second
thi-
I
I
find
have.
that gold trader, he's dead. I don't give it. He's
That's
dead.
that's real funny because I actually have 58,000 Rio.
He's dead. I'm gonna murder him so fucking hard. Just
How much experience did we get?
And y'all get 1,500 experience.
nice.
Except for Silas, you
Level
get
1,400.
1425.
Alright,
Hey,
cool. So
That should be a level up for y'all, right?
Level up.
Except for maybe Kozuke.
Sorry, how much was that again?
1,500.
16,350.
1,500?
Uh-huh.
Oh, 100. Never mind.
15,000. Double level up. Oh, it's like 10 levels.
Sorry, I thought you were like, I thought it was 1,000, and I was like, damn.
actually, I have 1,590. 15,983.
Well, you still 15,000 was the level up limit,
Cool.
so you still level up.
I'll have to go over that next time. I actually have to go.
Yeah, all good. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We will see you next time.